My dad liked soccer, and so he got all the kids into the soccer association here in Foster City.
We come from a soccer family, so it's a big deal in the community.
He would referee, I would say, between 3 to 5 games a weekend.
My brothers played soccer, I played soccer.
Then having 3 kids that played, he could only watch maybe 1 game the whole weekend, and so he was a busy man at that time.
I think what it is he's very competitive. So, you know, he was a good bowler, he was a good soccer player, he was a good tennis player.
So my father spent a lot of time, you know, doing that all his free time.
Nancy and I would call. I know she would be together with my mom. She loved to play mahjong. So she and my mother, who was, you know, in their group, played mahjong a lot.
I remember that they would go dancing and going to parties a lot.
Because Nancy and Alex both had a lot of friends here, so they went to dances.
They started the Filipino Association. They were one of the members in Foster City. They were pretty heavy into that, and that was in the 1970, I guess.
We used to go to Magic Mountain in Disneyland. I remember there'd be a car full of us in station wagon, and I believe one of the times my dad put our suitcases on the top of the station wagon. Somehow the suitcase had fallen off and all the clothes got on the freeway, and my dad was pretty angry.
I was at a friend's house and I was swimming in the backyard, and I believe it was Arthur that came over and said, "Dad wants you home right now." And I thought, what did I do? Because always somebody was getting into trouble.
I recall us having a meeting in the living room and we're all sitting there.
And he sat us in one of the rooms. It was Robert, Arthur, and myself. And he said, "Your mom and I are getting separated." And I just kept going, why? Why? I didn't know. And I thought maybe it was something we did.
I think that they were divorced because my mom married my dad right from living from home, and I think she had to grow up. That's my feeling. I think that she just had to be away and experience just being single.
They had 7 kids. Most of them had grown up. I think they had grown apart slightly.
I just think they needed to find themselves.
I just remember that day. It was a very tough day. I cried that day.
It was hard. It was hard not seeing them. It was hard to see my dad, you know, with his other girlfriends, and my mom separated.
You know, even when they were divorced, you knew that they were so in love with each other. I mean, Mom was always asking questions about what my dad did, who was he with, and my dad would do the same thing.
They started dating, and it was just a shock to us kids.
Well, when they started dating again, they were sneaking around.
Laughing and giggling.
They just started going out.
You know, my mother wouldn't come home.
I think they've always loved each other, and I think they got over whatever issues it was.
And she was always happy, and Dad was spending more time at the house.
And you're like, "Dad?" You know, what are you doing at the dinner table?
It was just the best thing.
So I think when they told us, by that time we had an idea.
It was happy times again.
And then maybe about a month later, they said, "We're getting married."
They remarried in December.
It was very nice to be at the ceremony. She looked wonderful.
It was bound to happen.
My parents went to the Philippines in February, January, February, and my mother came back with this cough that just wouldn't stop. In November, she found out she had cancer.
That was a surprise, and it was so sudden.
And my parents have just started, you know, their relationship just started all over again.
It was Thanksgiving Day, and my dad called, and he told me the news, and I didn't know how to handle it.
Then my mother passed away in May. My dad, I think, was devastated.
He was very passionate about my mom.
I remember the house being very quiet after.
And I think this whole house, just the whole mood of this house itself, dropped.
But he was just there for her.
And I have to give Alex a lot of credit for taking care of my sister at the time that, you know, she really needed him. And he was really good to her.
Just hope that I have someone in my life, like, you know, that feels towards me like my father felt towards my mother.
I think it was 1993 when Alessandra was born, and we're just happy, his first grandchild.
My father's was waiting forever to be a grandfather.
He would offer a trip to the Philippines to the first one who would have, you know, a grandchild, you know.
I mean, we just couldn't believe it was ever going to happen.
Yeah, he was just extremely happy.
And then soon thereafter it was Sarah, and my dad was happy once again.
And thereafter, all the other kids started coming in, and it's just sort of brought up my dad's mood. After my brother passed away, my dad was it took a toll on my dad.
And it was a few months after that I had gotten pregnant. And when I found out that I was having a boy, it felt right.
And when Aiden was born, it just brought happiness again. And I think my dad feels that he's just reliving the moments again with Andra.
It really brought joy back into my dad and my family's life.
He's fantastic with my kids. He's fantastic with all the grandchildren.
He spends a lot of time with the grandkids. He likes to golf, spends a lot of time with friends.
Golfing, and it used to be soccer, but golfing now that he's retired.
Absolutely. I'd say that golfing is the new soccer for my dad.
He plays golf here, and then when it gets cold here, he can't stand the cold. He goes to the Philippines.
Loves the Philippines.
Goes back every year, usually right after Thanksgiving, and stays up until March, April.
An elder and being in San Francisco must be difficult because, you know, it's just too cold.
Nothing would keep him here.
He always said that he would love to live there, but I don't know why he didn't. I guess maybe because of the kids here. His interest was in the grandkids and his own children and stuff.
It's all about the Philippines and his grandchildren.
And then over in the Philippines, you have servants, people take care of you, you know, you have family, and it's just a different environment.
Minda is my father's girlfriend for the last 20 years. She's been there for him. She's been really supportive. The family really appreciates everything that she's done.
You know, 80 years old and I think he's had a good life. I mean, even though there were losses, and he's done it really well, I think.
Hi, Dad. Happy birthday. I love you.
Dad, I want to say I love you. I don't say that enough. I do love you, and happy birthday.
Happy 80th birthday, Dad.
Dad, happy birthday. I love you.
Happy birthday.
And many, many more.
Hi, Alex. Happy birthday from all of us.
And may you live forever. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dad. I love you very much.